dodgy bend. So we're just heading down to Mykolaiv. Got a lot of brand new equipment, got loads in the back as well. Really good stuff. Got a donation from Brandon as well. He sent £500 towards this. So we've got a brand new sapper team that's being formed. I've got any equipment, so they've asked me if I can help. I can always help because they actually used to work with me last year, and they're really good guys. And again, they don't get paid for the job, you know. They just know that they're good at the job, and there is a gap in that area where they want to work for that sort of thing. So yeah, you know, our job is trying to clear as many landmines as we can. Yeah, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you a bit of the journey down to Mykolaiv, and I want to show you a town called Voznesensk, which there was a big battle in Voznesensk. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of that because I'm going to stop and get some lunch. So yeah, the weather's good, perfect weather for demining. Back in Ukraine, still waiting on my medical results, but I feel alright. Welcome to, this is Voznesens'k. This is in Mykolaiv region. It's they call it a city, but to me it's a small town. But for anybody who doesn't know about the city, it was the scene of really fierce battles between a Ukrainian unit and civilians who took up arms because I'll just give you a little bit of the backstory. I had to Google it as well just to make sure I'm getting my facts right a little bit. There is some trucks going past, so probably not chose the best place to sit to tell it, but what happened is that when the Russians took Kherson, they tried to take Mykolaiv. Obviously they failed in doing that, so what they did, they made a beeline up to a place called Ukrainsk, which is the next town. And the reason why they wanted that is because of the huge nuclear power plant that's there. But in order to try and seize that power plant, they had to work their way up from the outskirts of Mykolaiv to, well, through Voznesensk. And that didn't happen, and it didn't go well for them, because obviously the people here in Voznesensk, they wanted to obviously take up arms and everything, and stop, you know, the advance, and they did it really well. It was the territorial forces, civilians, everybody got petrol bombs and whatever weapons they could get their hands on, and driven the occupiers away with heavy losses as well. They even managed to shoot down a helicopter that was trying to attack the city. And the occupiers also parachuted a big airborne division into the south of the city, and I think they suffered heavy losses. Over 100 men they lost just from the paratroopers. So yeah, it's a stronghold, and And luckily, you know, thanks to the citizens and the brave, you know, civilians and territorial forces, and also the ZSU unit that defended the city, the Russians weren't able to get the nuclear power plant up the road. Now, I did go through Yuzhno-Ukrainsk before, but obviously due to security reasons and because I'm not a complete idiot, I'm not going to be taking photos or anything to do with nuclear power in the region. You know, there's a lot of security up there as well. Yeah, and they were checking documents and everything. It's very strict up that side of town, and rightly so. So yeah, if you're ever passing through, just cooperate with the guys. But yeah, I'm just stopped now for a pizza and a cappuccino. She's told me it's going to be 20 minutes before my food's going to be ready. I'm also getting a few funny looks as well because I'm just speaking to a camera to you guys, which is probably not something they're used to around here. But yeah, not many know the story of the Battle of Voznesensk, but what I will do, I will put a link in the comments. It's just a Google wiki link. You can read it. It's pretty good read for 2 minutes anyway. And I don't think there's been much coverage on what these civilians and you know, these guys did. You know, I think it's not really been published, and maybe they don't get the credit that they deserve, but I feel like they should do, because look at Zaporizhzhia now, the nuclear power plant there is occupied, and they're using it also as a weapon against Ukraine and the West. You know, they're threatening to do leaks and everything else, and it's just like, that could have been here, but luckily, no, they managed to turn them back around, back down to Kherson, and then now they've been driven out of Kherson. They're trying to come back, but you know, there's a lot of defences being made, and a lot of good work being done by the soldiers and the defence forces in Ukraine. So yeah. It's a funny looking bus, isn't it? I thought whilst we're waiting for our pizza to be made, it might be worth just going through a bit of what we bought today. So just to touch on it, we've got a new UDA unit which has been formed to help tackle with the landmine crisis. These guys, like everyone else who I work with, they don't really have a lot of money. So obviously the support that I get from the channel and people online, and Brandon, who very kindly agreed to go halves with me on the goods. I don't want to pull everything out, but yeah, I will do that eventually. But let's just touch on what we've got. Got a box of demining kit here. Got his new books as well. Yeah. Interesting. Shame they're not English. But just give you a little rundown of the receipt. That's what I've bought. Nice little discounts there if you look. And they've crossed the bits out and give me a little bit here and there. Nice. Hang on. 2 pages. But there it is, the official stamp. And it came in at 47,000 hryvnia. Which in total, it actually, once I did the exchange and everything, it came up to £1,020. And that's just mental. But on the next clip, I'm going to have it all laid out in Mykolaiv, because I'm not going to do it here. I don't think it's the best place to do it. big box there full of stuff as well. So it's not just that little box there, we also got this, and this is the back of my very chaotic van. There's no point neating it up because the roads that we go over in Kherson, yeah, they're not great, unfortunately. The reason why I'm in the Vito is because some of the areas that we're going to be working over the next couple of weeks aren't really suitable for the Sprinter. It's a bit big and a bit loud. It's a big van. Not good when you're trying to hide from drones anyway. Anyway, hopefully pizza will be ready in a minute. So, yeah, managed half of the pizza. Kev's also waiting for me as well in Mykolaiv, and he said he'll be having some dinner, because obviously I've not seen him for a while. But yeah, this is the back end of Voznesens'k. So I believe, from what I spoke to the woman in the pizza shop, she said that the Russians actually occupied it for a day or two. But we're speaking through Google Translate. I mean, it's just a shame that I haven't brushed up any more on my language skills. I mean, I can read Cyrillic perfectly, like, I can read it, and I have been able to for a long time, but when people are talking, I kind of get the gist of what's the conversations are about, but for me speaking back and everything, you know, I don't have a clue, and I probably should really. But she was just really happy. She said, I've never seen an Englishman before, so yeah. And I give her a tip as well. Money goes a long way out here. I mean, the wages are very low. People are only on like a few $100s a month for a full-time job, which is nothing, you know. But yeah, this is the road that the Russians came up from Mykolaiv. So I think what happened was, from what I've read and stuff, I'm just looking at my sat-nav if you're wondering what I'm doing. I actually drive through here all the time. I shouldn't need to use it, but I do. So I think the Ukrainians kind of forced the Russians onto the road, and then basically they were like sitting ducks then, you know. Really good tactics. Like, I don't know if you remember, like, the start of the war, and I don't know how well you guys follow it, but what the Ukrainians actually did as well, they attacked the supply lines at the back rather than the offensive parts of the convoy. Reading up on Google, it said that there was 40 something Russian vehicles in convoy on this road here that wanted to attack Voznesens'k. So yeah, but what they did, they attacked the supply lines and the fuel and everything at the back. Tanks use a hell of a lot of fuel, and yeah, so they were just sitting ducks then because they couldn't go anywhere. And they did the same up in Kiev as well. So yeah, anyway, I need to get to Mykolaiv, but I just thought I'd give you a quick rundown, because you know, we cover demining, we cover all that, and I mean the channel is about demining, I suppose, but it's also good for me to share some success stories that come out of Ukraine, because the thing is, it's not all about the doom and gloom, you know. There's a lot of good stuff that's going on here. There's a lot of good people that fought in the war, and yeah, you know, it's good that we can share these stories, because not many people know about them, you know, and it's important that these people, you know, get the recognition they deserve, you know, throughout the country. Oh yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I'll stick a little video up for the kit that we've got as well, you know, for the money that you guys have raised, and also the Hong Kong Freedom card as well, which got in touch, and they also donated a little bit of money, as well as Callum in Australia, my friend, really good friend of mine, and the rest of you guys. You know, I can't name everyone individually, but it doesn't go unnoticed, and it really does, you know, help us out here, and thank you for supporting us, really appreciate it.